I will talk about sustainability, which is about environment, society, and governance. These are good things, but probably peripheral issues to many of us professionals and entrepreneurs here. Well, maybe not to you, but I thought so until very recently, but not anymore. I will share a few findings from UN Development Commission report and some other research work which would help you understand my argument. Over the last 30 years or so, we have seen huge social improvements and technological progress in our world. We have experienced unprecedented economic growth and lifted hundreds of millions of people out of poverty. But at the same time, we have also seen natural disasters triggered by climate change doubling in frequency after the 1980s. In the last 10 years or so, we have seen so many more storms happening around our part of the country also. Lost biodiversity and ecosystem damage have cost an estimated 3% of GDP. And violence and armed conflicts are on the rise. And only in 2014, it had cost an equivalent of 9% of GDP. Social inequality and youth unemployment is worsening. And on an average, we see women are still underpaid compared to the men by 25%. So all these point at deterioration of environmental, social, and governance performance. If this continues at this rate, the planet might still last, but we won't. So in 2015, United Nations and its member countries adopted 17 sustainable global goals to address these uh, points of concern so that we come back to normal. And the goals were targeted for achievement by 2030. In 2020, as we stand today, progress has been made in many places, but these are not enough to complete them by 2030. A lot more needs to be done. Let's have a quick look at what do we really mean by these environment, social, and governance issues. What do they cover? We see climate change, greenhouse gas emissions, resource depletion, waste and pollution under environmental category, and social covers working conditions, impact on local communities, health and safety issues, employee relations and diversity. Governance talks about executive pay, bribery and corruption in our communities, political lobbying and donations, and board diversity and structure. Let's also have just refer to the 17 development goals that have been that have been set forward. It covers the 17 goals include poverty, hunger, health, quality education, gender inequality, water and sanitation, affordable clean energy, unemployment problem, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace and justice, and partnership for the goals. These are the 17 goals that have been agreed by United Nations and its member countries. India is one of them. Now we all understand how things would improve if all these goals are achieved. Everybody is going to be benefited. The whole society is going to have a different look. But who is going to be responsible for all these changes? Who is going to lead them? Is government responsible? Is public going to be responsible, or the activists or the NGOs? Or are we as business people, professionals, also involved? Do we have a role to play? Yes. Research tells a very interesting story. It shows that businesses really need the global goals because they offer a compelling growth strategy for individual businesses, for business generally, and for the economy. If the private company sees the market opportunities they open up and advance progress on the whole global goals package, the abundance they offer, unless they do this, won't materialize. Achieving the global goals will open up at least possibility of US dollar 12 trillion in business for the businesses, for the organizations. And when I say at least, this actually can be much more. This was an estimate done in 2017 and covering only 4 economic systems of food and agriculture, cities and administration, energy and materials, health and well-being. There are more which were not studied till then, and these were the major areas which cover around 60% of the real economy and are critical delivering the global goals. To capture these opportunities in full, businesses need to pursue social and environmental sustainability as avidly as they pursue market share and shareholder value. It's a critical mass of companies. If a critical mass of companies joins together in doing this now, it will become an unstoppable force. If they don't, the costs and uncertainty of unsustainable development could swell until there is no viable world in which to do business by the organizations, by all of us. So if we introduce sustainability strategy mainstream, the benefits are manifold. It gives us new opportunities, provides efficiency gains, drives innovation, enhances reputation, improves employee retention, increases customer loyalty, and also improves investor satisfaction as they believe, as they have started seeing that organizations investing in sustainability strategies give them higher returns. So they are taking more and more interest in sustainability uh, strategies. Let's also look at some evidences that are available today with us. This is a result of research by some Harvard professors together with other experts. Some performance of 400 companies that had adopted sustainability in their strategy in the 1990s were studied. These companies made sustainability their board responsibilities, board level responsibilities, created metrics and reported systematically and transparently. Executive compensations were also tied to sustainability performance. So they seriously pursued sustainability goals. Now, when their achievements were compared with others that in their own industry of similar size, with similar profitability, with the companies who did not adopt sustainability as a mainstream function, the difference in the first 5 or 6 years was not much. But then from 7 to 8 years onwards, the companies that had sustainability built into their system dramatically outperformed the other group. As you can see in the graph, the gray colored graph is for the businesses that had sustainability in their strategy and mainstream function. Today, all the large companies literally are focused on sustainability, internationally or nationally. 3M, Nike, Unilever, Walmart, Tata's, Birla's, Wipro, Infosys, name them. So it makes sense as professionals and business people to get involved in environment, social, and governance issues and not treat them as something peripheral anymore. Today, we know to do good and to do well at the same time is really possible. Thank you.